Okay, everybody, we are now live with Bradley Powers' Esoteric Hours and our special guest, Roxanne Solomon.
Hello.
Yeah, I've got to say the same thing has happened again.
It is.
We need Eldon's help on this, don't we?
Well, why don't we just cancel for now, and then when Eldon is able to join us, we'll.
Okay. I'm sorry about this, Roxanne. We're going to have to cancel this show. We've got no viewers, and we've got no way of getting any viewers.
Well, I don't know. We've got two now.
Oh, have we really? Cool. Where'd you get them from?
We got one comment. We got Carol Garcia.
Oh, hello, Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Carol says hello, Roxanne.
I don't know how we got two viewers.
She says she was also on before when we started. We didn't see you in the chat room before.
I'm unable to share the show because it's not showing up on my feed. I think we should cancel the show and redo it, Jim. I'm sorry about this.
Let me see if I can do it from my side again.
Okay. It's Bradley Powers, not Bradley Adam Powers.
Well, yeah, that's where it's scheduled to go. So I don't know why it's not going there.
I don't know either. Yeah, I've got Carol Garcia showing up. That's all I've got. I don't know where Carol's getting the show from.
I don't know. It's not giving me the option to share either.
I'm sorry about this, Roxanne. We do get technical difficulties sometimes.
Yeah, it's okay.
So, when are you available, Roxanne? Wednesday or Sunday? 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Same time. I don't have my calendar.
Showing 3 viewers now, Bradley. I don't know.
I don't know what to say.
Carol says that she got her notification through YouTube on Facebook.
I don't know if Carol Garcia can share it to my timeline.
YouTube and Facebook. See, I mean, they're getting the notifications. Carol said that she got it from YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to show it.
I was just wondering, do you want to play a smartwatch?
Not really.
No?
No. No, I'm all right. Not really.
That is brand
Talk about.
It's brand new. They probably just a bit small and they took off the plastic peel and I think.
This is our first comedy stint.
No.
Yeah.
Smartwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tells you heartbeat and every other time.
Yeah. I'll have to let you know. Yeah, because I hope you pay for Tuesday.
Oh, no, let me know, right?
Okay, all right.
At least we're real and down to earth, right? You got to give us that much.
Yeah. I didn't really have any expectations coming in. I really try not to on like, a regular basis. So it doesn't bother me.
No, I know. You're being a good sport about it. We appreciate that.
Was that guy trying to sell you biscuits? Is that what he said? You want to buy some biscuits?
Yeah,
So
it's not on my timeline, so I can't share it to messenger groups. So therefore, we can't share the show, even though we got some viewers, 2 viewers.
we got 3 on my end. It says 3. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not showing up on my timeline, so I can't share it to messenger. And in messenger, they're waiting for the show.
We have 1 viewer from Parafam Entertainment and
Yeah,
2
it's
viewers,
shared to
and then we have it tells us where they're from. We also have 2 viewers from Parafam Entertainment on Facebook and 1 from Parafam Entertainment on YouTube. So I don't know. We'll have to reschedule, I guess.
Yeah, reschedule, and we'll have to get Eldon to help us.
Oh, Eldon's coming in now.
Oh, okay.
You with us, Eldon?
Oh, he was.
Where'd he go? Well, he's behind the scenes. Tell him what the problem is, Bradley. Maybe you can help us out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll wait for Eldon to appear.
Well, he's here. He can probably hear us.
Eldon, I got locked out of my account, and by getting locked out of my account, it locks me out of the StreamYard feed. I believe I've reconnected my account to StreamYard. However, it's not showing up on my timeline. I'm unable to share the show because it's not showing on my timeline. So I can't share it to Messenger either. It's not showing on Jim's timeline either.
Yeah, it is on my timeline.
Oh, I can't see it.
It's on my timeline, but it's not letting me share it.
Can you copy and paste it?
Yeah, I could
Yeah,
do that.
I can't see it.
Bradley, how about if I copy and paste it
Yeah.
in your chat box, and then you can share it on your.
Somebody just commented that we could just roll with the show and make some changes after.
Okay.
Like probably just edit this part out or something.
Try sharing that or putting that on your wall, Bradley. I just put it in your chat box, the link.
Okay. All right, let's try. No.
Still won't let you put it on your wall?
No, that's not it.
Can you copy the link?
Yeah, the link you shared me is not. It's not what's that what you shared with me is not what I'm sharing. It's not the show.
It's what?
It's not the show.
It's not the show.
No. I'll try again. A Facebook watch. Try again.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, sorry about this.
Try that.
Okay. Try this one. Okay, let's try that link. No.
I don't
Cannot play
understand it. You can't copy. Well, it lets you copy the URL. If you can copy the URL, then you can go to your timeline and paste it on there.
Yeah, I've done that. I've copied the link, I posted it on my timeline, and it said it will not let me play the video.
It won't let you play the video.
No. And on the first link you sent me, that is not the Facebook show.
It says Bradley. It's on your wall and timeline now.
All right, let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah. I got the Parafam link from Elder McVinville. Yeah, that's on my. That's on my.
Christopher's asking.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're still live.
Woo. Yeah. 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 Woo. We're in. We're in. Woohoo! We are in. Oh, hang on a minute. I got Eldon needs to change the privacy settings to public. Eldon, you need to change your privacy setting to public. Eldon McKinville Senior needs to change it to public.
Parafam Entertainment says all settings are public, Bradley.
Yeah, Parafam is, but Elder McKinville is not.
Okay, so are you going to be? Can you share that now or no?
No, because it's I'm going to have a go.
Huh?
Elder McKinville needs to make it public. Parafam Entertainment is public. There it is there. I got it.
It says right here, Bradley, all Eldon settings are public for broadcast reasons, especially.
Okay.
Christopher Shearer says, okay, I'm watching from here.
Super.
We got two viewers from Parafam Entertainment and two from the Alien Connection Truth Network.
Rightio.
Okay, we're gonna go on with the show, Bradley, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah, fine.
Okay, would you like to introduce yourself, Roxanne, please?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries.
Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, I yeah, so I do hypnotherapy and massage and energy stuff. I'm not the best at articulating what all this stuff means, but I think that it's it's all kind of in the quantum realm, you know, and I think that it's really a lot of stuff that people think is paranormal is just stuff that we don't have definitions for. I think technology is a lot farther along than the mainstream is given, and that, you know, quantum physics just isn't something that's like super well known out there. And I think a lot of what people consider paranormal activity sometimes is even multidimensional. So, it's I think it's possible to measure all the different phenomenon that happen out there. And I think that there's, a lot more advanced societies in other places in the universe than here too.
Well, I guess it's just the realm that we live in. I mean,
Yeah.
we're in a chaotic, random, chaotic, unforgiving realm. That's about the size of it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that I would like to change about this planet is that um, reducing the amount of chaos and negativity, I think would really help a lot.
You have to excuse me, I'm still sharing the show. Yeah, with yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you're a hypnotherapist. Now, is that a gift or an attribute? Did it just come to you? How did you know you could become a hypnotherapist? Is it something that you've always aspired to, Roxanne?
Well, I experienced neurolinguistic programming a long time ago, and a variety of different types of life coaching. I had a lot of injuries and personal struggles in my background that, led me to seek out help from others. And so, of all the life coaching and energetic modalities and things, in the, even in the esoteric realm of all of that stuff, the hypnosis was the stuff that really helped a lot more. Energy work can be hypnotic though, so I can't say that it didn't help me at all. I think the most good that I experienced came out of that. And so I eventually became a massage therapist, and I focus on more like injury recovery and rehabilitation with my work, and like understanding the body better. And I think, the mind is just kind of part of the body, so it's important to not overlook it. But I did have a lot of clients at the beginning of my massage career who would, open up and cry on the table and things like that, and they would get a little overwhelmed. So I was looking for a couple of years for different types of modalities to use to help facilitate people. And I didn't want to go to school for 8 years to be a therapist. It takes a long time to get there. And I wanted to do something that would complement the massage and the energy realm that I was already in. And so during the pandemic, the school that I liked, that I really wanted to go to, that I had found before then, was in LA, but they didn't have an online program. And so because of the pandemic, then I was able to go to the school remotely, and it's been more rewarding. Like I kind of wish that I had done hypnotherapy before massage, but I'm really glad that I got the massage background to start with, because then it helped me understand the nervous system a lot more in depth than I would have if I had just gone to be a hypnotherapist first.
Have you ever tried energetic healing?
Yeah, I do energetic healing with my clients, and I've received hundreds of sessions over the years of different types of energy healing.
Well,
And
I'm an alien abductee, and since my abduction, post abduction, I'm able to energetically heal others. I do session, yeah, I do sessions over the internet that I've
nice.
been successful with. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that is a gift that everyone is able to access. I think just
right.
being in a
The num-
body
the
allows.
number the number one foundation to be successful in that is the belief that you can.
Yeah. Well, and I think anybody can develop it. It's a skill that, some people have an easier time running than others. Sometimes people really like running, and so they practice it more, and some people are just really good at running, and some people
Right.
really suck at it. But it just depends on the person's will and their desire to accomplish the goal. But
Well,
every
believe
single person on the planet is capable of
right.
energetically healing.
We all have the ability, right? But the key foundation to success is belief.
Yeah.
In other words, if you try to practice that and you got that little voice in the back of your mind saying, "What am I doing this for? What am I stupid? It's never going to work." It never will. And that's why there's only a few that can actually accomplish it.
Yeah. Well, and it's not everybody's path to go down that route for
Right.
work. I tend to personally just get a lot of satisfaction from helping people in that regard. It's
Well,
super
yeah,
rewarding.
I do as well. I mean, I don't charge anybody anything for that.
No. Yeah, you might be able to help Jim, Roxanne, like with hypnotherapist.
Yeah, but she's not into regression, she said.
Oh, right,
Well,
okay.
yeah, it's the training that I went through. So I went through a clinical hypnotherapy training program. That's capsaicin. If anybody knows the difference between a capsaicin and Ericksonian. Eric Erickson is kind of like the founding father for neurolinguistic programming, and the man that developed the program for the school I went to, his last name was Kappas, and so um, that style of um, hypnotherapy is very methodical. It's very scientifically based. It's all about tapping into the specific individual person's personality and their communication style, kind of understanding how their mind works so that you can communicate back to them in a way that goes easier for them. And in the program, they noticed or they shared that you can't do a memory regression for this life. Let's say you had something traumatic that happened at 6 years old and you want to go back, the hypnotherapist could say, or the hypnotist could say something that would make the client want to please the hypnotherapist, and so then they're in the state of hypnosis when it's happening. So then they could potentially create a false memory, and so and it's not even something that is admissible in court. You can't use that kind of evidence in court because you can create false memories too easily in that way. So you can do past life regressions. I think I don't know enough about it, but you can do alien regressions or alien abduction regressions. But it's just not really something that I've explored a lot, and so I really would rather somebody who feels like called to do that sort of thing be the person that you would reach out to, versus me. But the just the basis of hypnotherapy is to let the nervous system reset itself. It's to reduce stress and allow the physiology to kind of realign. And through that process alone, your body can act and your mind can actually bring up these memories by themselves. You don't always have to just hone in on a specific event or timeline.
All right, Carol Garcia has got a question. She's asking, when you say personal injury, can I ask if any of those injuries were to the head? Because I have had a few injuries to my head, and as each of those injuries happened, more paranormal phenomenon happened.
Yeah, I think that sometimes with injuries that, especially like brain injuries, that can kind of um, alter the abilities that you may have had before that you weren't tuned into, and it almost like, because when you go through an injury of any kind, whether it's a head injury or not, there's some ego death involved with the recovery process, and you kind of almost have to be more connected to yourself than you were before, right? And so I think that the more open you are to yourself, the more these types of things will show up. Like I said at the beginning, I don't really necessarily believe that what a lot of people consider paranormal activity is actually paranormal. I think that most everyone has these abilities, that some, just don't have as much access to it as others do. And I think that a lot of what we consider to be paranormal is multidimensional activity, or just regular quantum physics type stuff.
So in a way, an injury could actually trigger
An activation.
an activation of some sort. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Any trauma kind of reorganizes the neurons in the way that the brain functions, in a sense. Some of that is really normal brain activity, normal trauma response type stuff. And I think that a lot of when people do have these activations, I think it's kind of part and parcel with the recovery process, the healing, and just letting go of the ego, and letting, in that process, also letting go of what other people have told us is supposed to happen in the world. A lot of our current world is based on a World War II model of like the traditional, 2.5 kids and the picket fence and like all that stuff. It's outside of, all the paranormal stuff is outside of the realm of what these old, outdated ideas that we've been fed have been, and there's a lot of religion tied up in that, and everybody's kind of moving beyond it now. I think that as this stuff kind of becomes more mainstream, it won't be that where people are automatically going to be diagnosed as bipolar when they start experiencing paranormal stuff and acknowledging it.
Carol Garcia says she definitely understands. And Jenny Pardon says, I agree. I've had head trauma in which I have seizures.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that it how it shows up is going to be different for everybody too, because if you get an injury or have a trauma of some sort, or a stressor that causes your nervous system to act differently, or your life changes as a result, and you hold on to what your life was before the event happened, it's going to be a lot more difficult to allow these different gifts to activate in the way that they should. Sometimes people really resist it, and I think people need to be a little bit more open in general to
A good example of what we're talking about would be amnesia, right?
amnesia.
Yeah, I mean it's a cause, right, of an injury.
It could be. I think it just
And
depends
it
on.
affects the mind. It affects the mind or the brain where you don't have memory, right?
Yeah, I think it depends on what caused it, and like how traumatic it was, how much it hurt, how much you actually want to look at it or see it. And sometimes things actually do get broken too in
Right.
through trauma. So, but it's not impossible to repair. It can take a long time. But I've had a lot of concussions in my day, and I about 10 years ago was in a car accident, a weird car accident that I had to relearn how to read. I had to relearn how to move. I did do physical therapy and vestibular therapy and cognitive therapy, and that's kind of what led me to become a massage therapist, though, because there was one lady in particular that I went to. I got a lot of help from, and I thought if I went to massage therapy school and became a massage therapist, then I would be able to learn how to fix myself faster, cheaper, or something. And I did learn how the body works pretty well up until now, but it's going to take a long time for things to heal. And sometimes things are just permanently different. And I thankfully I can read again, but it just takes a while. Sometimes it took I think it was like 2 years before I could remember enough stuff, and it
Wow.
about 8 years after the car accident for me to be able to remember places I was driving. I
Wow.
always had to, after the accident, I had to put in the exact address for where I was going and follow Google Maps because I just could never remember. And, it took 8 years for that to change. And I kind of gave up on it. The first couple of years it was really frustrating, but I gave up on it. And then now I can remember stuff. I don't know when it exactly changed or what caused it. It could have just been that I wasn't focusing on the frustration of it anymore that allowed my brain to kind of, rebalance itself in that way.
Yeah, you didn't dwell on it. Yeah.
hmm But I let go of that ego part.
Right.
Before that car accident, I had a photographic memory. So to go from a photographic memory to not being able to read or drive somewhere without assistance is a very dramatic change,
Oh yeah.
and it was very, very frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think I found a way of sharing the group actually. So the show. So
Still
Still
sharing it
sharing.
I
an
finally
hour
found.
in. So all that's because your Facebook account was hacked, and so that just
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Yeah. Ha ha ha.
Jenny Parton says it's harder to connect on a 3D level of consciousness of fitting in. My memories are wiped of certain things.
Well,
Yeah. So
oh, go ahead, Bradley.
for those who just joined us, we have Roxanne Solomon in the house, and she's a hypnotherapist. Yeah, I just thought I'd share that for those who just joined us.
So Jenny, and to reply to your comment, I would say cleaning up your diet would be the best way to get your neural connections back. Um, Removing all oils that are plant-based, not cooking with them, and um, removing all soy and soy byproducts. Soy lecithin is almost in everything now. It's not just in sweets. I think they use it as an emulsifier or something, but it seems unnecessary to put in everything. But removing soy or soy lecithin from your diet and bad oils to cook with are going to be really, really good to helping your neural connections reform and healing.
So, what is the best type of oil to use, in your opinion?
For cooking, ghee, butter, or lard, bacon, rendered bacon, bacon fat, that sort of thing. And that's because the animal proteins don't change when they are heated. All plant oils, the molecular structure of them changes in a bad way for our bodies when we heat them. So coconut oil is probably the safest plant one. I know there's a lot of vegans out there, and so if you have to do some kind of plant oil, coconut oil would be the safest one, but it's still a little iffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So how long did you say you've been a hypnotherapist for, Roxanne?
So I went to school during the pandemic for it. I've been out a year. So, but it was a 12-month residency program, and we had to do I think at least 30 hours of practice before we could graduate, and everything was all supervised. And so I think the program I went through was 700 and something hours total. And um, since I've been out, I still meet with my hypnotherapist my mentor from the program. I see her every 2 weeks. I don't have a ton of clients just because I'm mostly just operating off of word of mouth. So I'm still a little open. My schedule's fairly open, but I also like to not have too many clients because a lot of times when people are going through changes, it's uncomfortable and difficult, and they need to, you know, change up the routine a little bit. But for the most part, I like to see people on a weekly basis for the first 3 sessions, and then um, move it out to every 2 weeks for a couple of months, and then move it out to, maybe once a month for maintenance after that. But I primarily work with people who are entrepreneurial or spiritual, and so they have, goals and ambitions, and so they're trying to create businesses or streamline, their productivity and things like that. And they've got, old patterning that's kind of getting in their way of not allowing them to be as productive as they'd like to be. And I have 2 clients that I've been seeing left over from the residency program. I had all of the people from the residency program. I offered everyone a year of 3 sessions, but I only had 2 people take me up on it, and still seeing them to this day.
Yeah.
So part of your forte or whatever you do would be like, um, can you help with like people who want to quit smoking?
I could, but I really like to focus more on helping the person to develop their self-confidence, and, allowing themselves to kind of come to their own conclusions with that stuff. If somebody really, really, really needs to focus on that, we can. But I really focus more with my practice as like what I've been calling is like life coaching the subconscious. With clinical hypnotherapy, somebody comes in and they say, all the things that they don't like about their life. And I give them, we try and create a map of what they would like to aspire to, or what they would like their life to show up as. And then I put them in the state of hypnosis, and I kind of feed that story back to them. And so that allows everybody um, to be, I guess, a little more customizable, because there's more to it than just quitting smoking. Like, what are the reasons
No, I
behind
know,
it?
but I mean, in other words, is that something that you would do if somebody wanted help with that, or
I'm a little hesitant to go straight into the stuff like that. I'd really looking at more bigger picture, like spiritual productivity, the life coaching kind of aspect of things.
Christopher?
If that's really what somebody wanted, though, and they felt like the rest of their life was good, then I could go that route.
Yeah, Christopher is asking, when you say cleaning up our diets, do you mean spritzing?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like cleaner eating. I don't know where you live, Christopher, but in America, there's just a lot of processed foods, and so reducing inflammation and allowing the gut to be more balanced will allow the brain to function better.
Yeah. So I'm trying to take you on the show now.
Well, there's been a lot of research out there on the gut brain connection. So I think it's really important, anybody who's had any kind of injuries, to really work on the physical, aspect as much as they can. And the hypnotherapy part can come into play too, even if the diet isn't as clean as they would prefer, or somebody, could be. But
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh. Uh-huh.
I'm freezing up on my end.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm freezing or not. I can't
No,
tell.
you're okay. You're okay. I've got feedback on me, haven't we? It isn't this, is it? Yeah, it is. I'll turn it down. Uh-huh.
I'm having a problem here. I can't do the comments or anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so somebody had mentioned earlier, like, having a higher vibration really helps with the healing process. And I think that's one of the things that hypnosis really helps with a lot too. It's kind of like a natural byproduct of hypnosis. Just allowing your mind to relax and your nervous system to kind of let go of things that it had been holding on to. In the state of hypnosis, and it just allows for people to kind of come back to themselves a little bit more, and it's like a natural byproduct of the raising the vibration is a natural byproduct of just clearing out the mind.
Yeah. Daisy Temponi says hi, Karina. Christopher Shearer says, okay, thank you. I had a hunch about keeping our guts healthy for a better connection. Yeah, Jim, you're freezing up. Jim has frozen up.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry about this show. We do technical. We're going to have to have you back. That's the best thing to do with that, Roxanne.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be sorted out next time. Yeah, look, we're losing Jim. Yeah, we lost Jim for some reason. Carol Garcia says, I have a spinal cord stimulator implanted in my spinal cord column for my arm and leg. Okay, wow, that's amazing. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, Joe Lane says, yike, it's all poison. Do your research on nanobots. Jenny Parton says, yes, thank you, Roxanne.
You're welcome, Jenny.
Christopher Shearer says, yes, I have also said that we can heal ourselves through concentration and programming ourselves to do so. And raising our vibrations is very vital for making these things more successful when doing so. Hi, Karina Bovey. Thank you for joining us. I'll be contacting you in the day or two then, Karina, okay? Yeah, so we lost Jim Andre. Don't know what's happened there. So, yeah, is it a gift or an attribute? I think it's an attribute, isn't it? Although surely it's a gift as well to be able to perform hypnotherapy.
Well, I think that more people, like some people will be more susceptible to being talented at it. And I think those people could be the ones you could say are gifted. But that's true of anything, really.
Yeah.
And I think that it's something that any person can do. I mean, hypnosis is a state. There's the conscious state and there's sleeping state. And you've got the conscious mind and you have the subconscious. And they're all kind of programs that are running, like it's almost like the subconscious is part of the autonomic nervous system in a sense, because it's just like an open program that's running in the background that we may or may not be conscious of. We can know that we have a subconscious, and that our subconscious kind of is what is in charge of our beliefs, how open we are or how closed off we are to things. So
Yeah.
I think that anybody can learn how to do it, but I think that the people that are really good at it are the ones that have big hearts, a lot of compassion.
Yeah. Yeah. Joe Lane says cell towers are just that, changing your cells with 5G. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. The cell towers have the actually ability to heal mankind. Not that they're going to use it for that. Yeah.
I think they will someday.
They use their, because they vibrate on the electromagnetic frequency, don't they? So they do have the ability to heal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they could just set them to the frequency of love.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody would be on the planet would be different people within a week.
Yeah. 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 Christopher Shearer says, yeah. Daisy Tempone says, yeah, there are lots of people in here with TBIs. TBIs.
Traumatic brain injury.
Right, okay. And Christopher Shearer says, yeah, that is the effect of the artificial gamma and radiation, Starling and Dragon, a modern day Tower of Babel, but connected to an artificial hive mind. Not such a good trade when the organic infinite database is much better. Thank you for sharing that, Christopher. Well, we are coming to the end of the show. I've got to be honest. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you've experienced technical difficulties on this show. I already am. But like I say, we will have you back, Roxanne. You're very interesting. You're full of enlightenment. You're a light worker, no doubt about that.
Yeah. So if anybody wanted to get any sessions, I can do, distance healing and that sort of thing. And if you want to get a hold of me through my website, it's www.awarenesswithyou.com.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, and I can do sessions, from anywhere in the world. We just have to coordinate our schedules for it.
Oh, welcome back, Jim.
Yeah, I'm back. I had a problem on my end here. Everything was freezing up on me. I had to reset everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying, Jim, we're coming to the end of the show now, but it's been very informative having Roxanne on the show.
Yeah, how does it normally go with when you don't have any technical difficulties? How long are the shows usually? About an hour or so? Or?
About an hour, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes 2 hours,
Christopher Shearer says, yep, this is the effects of the artificial gamma and radiation. Starling and Dragon, a modern day Tower of Babel, but connected to an artificial hive mind. Not such a good trade when the organic and infinite database is much better.
Yeah. Christopher Shearer says he has a fixed skull. Carol Carlson says, welcome back, Jim. Thank you for joining us to send his link. Christian Marie says, Miss Daisy, I'm at work and these guys are the most disrespectful jerk. My hubby just decided to look for a new job. They got my boss crying, dude. Oh, right. Okay, sorry to hear that, Chris. Yeah. Everyone's got their issues. Yeah. Jim, you're not smoking a lot today, I've noticed.
How about you? You've been cutting down?
No. When I watch Jim, I end up smoking a lot.
Oh, don't blame me for it.
Jim's like an advert for nicotine.
I'm I'm advertising for the tobacco companies
You certainly are.
in a roundabout way.
So yeah, you're a light worker. Have you got a large clientele base, Roxanne?
You know, it ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'm like crazy busy and sometimes I'm not as busy, and I really like it that way. You know, and it's interesting, the last 2 weeks have been really slow with clients, and a nonprofit that I just got connected with had an event coming up and needed help, and so because I had that extra 2 weeks available, I was able to help them. So my schedule ebbs and flows a lot, and but yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to meet with me over video, happy to do so. I don't charge a lot. I like to keep my expenditure or a low so that people can really get healing. But I mean, I do this for work, so I need to charge something. But
Yeah.
it's just $90 an hour, and it's really, really a lot of fun. I love helping people. I love getting to know them and letting people see themselves and get to know themselves better is just such a rewarding career.
Yeah, Carol Garcia says everything works out for a reason.
Yeah, well, I really love having the flexibility of being a business owner. It's really something I wish I had done a long time ago.
Joe Lane says, do your research on Elon Musk and Noah Herrera chip implants. Yeah, they're the future chip implants. And like Elon Musk wants a chip implant in his head, that way he could download information.
Is he going to do it himself?
Yeah, I reckon he will as well. He's the future.
Mm.
Christopher Shearer says the artificial meaning, the 5G and the internet, which has proven to alter and destroy our cells at the mitochondrial level through EMF waves and at the strength and frequency of the infrared beams coming off of them, it's not all that safe, like sticking our heads in a microwave and turning it on but slower. Thank you for sharing that, Christopher.
Well, they say that we get effects of radiation with our cell phones as well.
Yeah. Yeah, hypnotherapy is safe. Hypnotherapy and mind reading are not quite the same though, are they, Roxanne?
No, they're different for sure. There was a study that somebody told me about. I wish I could find it. Maybe somebody here can find it and post it on one of your Facebook message threads. But
yeah,
there's a scientific study out there that actually was able to measure people's ability. Like we're like antenna, basically. We can send and receive information.
Right.
And this study actually was able to measure that.
Yeah.
So I think that's what that is. It's like when you're mind reading or tapping into the energy of others, you're just tuning into that frequency.
Exactly. It's all based on energetic frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
All based on energy.
Christopher Shearer says on a Neuralink implant. Yeah. Yeah, microchips is the future, I believe. Yeah.
Well, if you have a microchip, you won't have to think for yourself, right?
No. All that information would be downloaded. Well, look at the ETs on the abductions. They put implants in you, don't they? We've had people on guests on our show that have had 10 implants in them. You know, Kevin Cameron was one of them. Yeah.
Implants in their spine or their brain?
Yeah, in their heads, hands.
Well, different parts of the body. I've got one right here.
Oh, what's that do?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
It monitors Jim's health, heart rate, perspiration. Yeah, his health basically, and it's a tracking device as well.
They want to know when I'm getting excited, I guess.
Yeah. Jim is high on life, a bit like me, really. Are you high on life, Roxanne?
Sometimes. I'm too serious for that.
Well, sometimes, being too serious is not good either.
Yeah.
You gotta be somewhere in between,
Well, that's where mushrooms come in for me.
Tamara L. Collins says, what you believe you eat energetically, just see all this beautiful love, energetically connection have to open and receive since it was ancient open peekaboo. Joe Lane says, lo, it will be a never-ending nightmare. Bible says, take every thought under captivity. Yeah, thank you everyone for your views, thoughts, feelings and emotions in the group forum. Thank you for contributing. Christopher Shearer says cybernetics or cybertronics. Yeah, no thank you. No robot or electronically connected parts for me. Not going to go cyber. Well, I am sorry about the technical issues on this show, Roxanne. Next time we have you back, we won't have any. It's just that I got blocked out of my Facebook today, and that's what's caused all this trouble.
That's
Well,
okay.
I guess it's all Bradley's fault.
Yeah, it's my fault. It's Facebook's fault, really. I'm surprised I still have an account. I had loads of trouble trying to get back in my account today. Loads of trouble. But I did it. Yeah, I beat the hacker. Woo!
I hope you change your password.
Yeah, I need to, don't I?
Yeah, but you didn't change it yet?
No, not yet, no. Well, I had to get on here, didn't I? Quick.
Well, you have to now. You just announced it.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Christopher Shearer says, question everything. Carol Garcia says, my children are always telling me to grow up, but I don't think I ever will. Yeah, Jenny Parton says, nice seeing everyone. Have a good night. Thank you, Jenny Parton. We will.
Thank you, Jenny.
Tamara L. Collins says, words in the Bible we wrote just on the Babel spoke about his truth. Enoch was wiped away from the Babel of mine. Christopher Series says, not much technical problems from my end. It all went smoothly other than that. Jim going away temporarily. Yeah, Jim disappeared.
I get up.
Hi, Larry Clark from Ghost House Paranormal. Thank you for joining us. Well, we are coming to the end of the show, actually, and we've been going an hour, and it's been a pleasure having Roxanne Solomon, hypnotherapist, on the show. Thank you for joining us. It was short and sweet, I know.
Okay, we'll catch everybody on the next one.
Yeah, thank you, Roxanne. We'll have you back again without the technical difficulties. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Nice to meet you, Roxanne.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.